Okay, now we're gonna go and we're going to do, what's it, creamy rhubarb pie cake. The recipe is in Hosmer Centennial Cookbook by Delene Schutz. And she told me just recently it is in because of her mother-in-law that she has this recipe, and Cindy Schutz from Eureka, thank you, it's a good recipe. And basically, it's a yellow cake mix. You do a yellow cake mix just the way it calls. You put it in the pan, and then you top it with like 3 cups of rhubarb. You mix a cup of sugar and a cup of cream, and you bake it at 350 for 45 minutes. The tip of the day is when you flour a cake pan, use some of the cake mix. Then you don't get that flour taste. I never do though until I eat it. I never remember. Okay.
1 yellow cake mix.
You could use white. Mary and I were talking, maybe chocolate would be good. So why don't you guys try it and let us know, okay? See if it's any good. Maybe butterbrickle. Don't look at me. I don't have my cake here. I can't.
1 cup of water.
1/3 cup oil.
Oh, it's sticking to the counter, so have fun. We spilled
She filled this really full to see if I'm steady. I want you to prove I can do this.
And then we need 3 eggs.
Yeah. And then you beat on medium for half a minute, and then you beat on, or low for half a minute, medium for 2. What happens when you beat it on high? My daughter says it turns out better.
Oh, I don't know. That goes up to number 10. I don't think we want to beat it on high, or I'll have to scrub my floors.
Didn't you get a splash guard with yours?
Nope, not this one.
Really?
Nope, this is a professional.
Yeah, they
5 plus.
they knew me.
So,
I got a splash guard with mine.
That's, my other one has that, but see, now I'm a professional, so I shouldn't have splashes.
Boy, I wish I knew how to set that to 10 when it really sets 0.
Believe me, it goes everywhere.
Yeah. That's a fun of cooking. You never know what happens. Boy, 2 minutes is a long time, isn't it? While we're waiting, I can do another tip. It's going to be sweet corn season pretty soon. To get the silk off the cob, use a wet paper towel and wipe it. Takes the silk off. Unless you have a silk brush.
I used to. Since we moved
But
out,
wet paper towels work wonderful
Okay.
to take the silk off. But then, you know, I'm sure it's good for you too to eat the silk.
I don't like the silk when it gets stuck between my teeth. Because it looks like hair.
Yeah, I planted a new pea this year called Masterpiece. And you eat the tendrils, the primers, you know. And you can eat the pod, the pea, whatever. And the tendrils you put on a salad. Well, that's fine, but like Mary Jo says, boy, that's just like eating hair. But it tastes good, so I was thinking maybe in vegetable soup.
Can you guys hear what we're saying? Because I really can't hear what I'm saying, and I feel like I'm hollering at you. But, yeah, when you make zucchini cake, you make a chocolate zucchini cake. Rhubarb is also out of the, out of the garden or whatever. So I think I might have to try a chocolate rhubarb cake and see what that tastes like.
Let us know.
If I will, I'll make it, and then Lisa can post it on the Valley's homepage, what Valley employees thought of it, and what my comment was, since I'm the professional. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I understand that, and I go along with that. I'm a banker, not a chef. If I'd be a chef, I'd have a hat.
well, I used to sew, but I don't know if I'd want to make a hat.
I couldn't stand it anyway. So
Yeah, we tried that at Christmas, remember?
I
We
couldn't
both got
make
hot.
it. Okay, spatula.
They're right here.
Oh, in those drawers. Okay. Someday I'll learn where all her stuff is, if I ever come back again.
You're coming back.
You think so?
You'll have withdrawals not being with me for a while.
You got that right.
It's fun to be a guest on the show. Ask George. He's been back, I think this is 4 or 5.
4? Yeah, whatever.
And the first time I asked him, I scared the bejeebies out of him. He actually thought I was some nutcase. And then he finally thought about it and thought, yeah, I'll be on the show. And, since he's been on, this is, like I said, the 4th time. Just finding out it's fun to come hang with Lisa
Yeah, it is.
for the day.
It really is. Somebody clean up your mess, try new recipes, and then get to watch people enjoy it. That's the fun part behind it all, really.
I probably could have given you a bigger one, but you know, when you come, it seems like we use every bowl and every spatula in my kitchen.
Oh,
Guess what I'm asking for Christmas and my birthday?
another kitchen.
No, no, I like my kitchen.
Yeah, that's not bad. Just think all the room, all the stuff I could make at one time in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would like to have, though, is one of those coolers like the bars have or the school has, where it's like two refrigerators side by side.
Yeah, the walk-in.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be a
Oh, okay.
walk-in. It can even just be a temporary. And Linton Hospital had one, and one of the phlebotomists up there told me that I should take this home and show it to John. So I took a picture and showed him, and he said, I don't think so. She said he could write it off. You could use it as calf medicine refrigerator. But as you can see, I don't have one yet, so for some reason it didn't work.
Now we're going to take 3 cups of rhubarb. As you can see, this recipe is so easy. You do it once or twice, you don't even need to.
Are you mixing the sugar and the
Yes.
cream together?
Yeah.
See, I don't when I do mine.
Oh, you don't? Now, somebody said you can actually do, what, 6 cups of rhubarb, 2 cups of sugar, and 2 cups of cream? But I have a feeling if you do that, maybe you should put a bowl underneath your cooking.
Are you gonna use that to stir this?
Yeah. Underneath, because it's going to run over. I can't imagine. And I think you might have to cook it a little longer than you think.
I would think, because you got that extra moisture that
Yeah.
has to, 1 cup of cream you said.
1 cup cream, 1 cup sugar.
Okay.
1 and 1. That's what's so easy. 1 and 1 and 3.
Was easier yet, I didn't dirty the bowl. See, with my recipe, you just sprinkle all your sugar
Yeah.
on top, and then you pour your cream on top of that and throw it in the oven.
This one you do, I think you do both. If not, it's not going to hurt.
No, it all gets mixed in anyway.
Yeah. If it doesn't turn out, then I know I did it wrong.
Okay,
And that's it. You stick it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes until it's nice and golden brown.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
This is the team you want on your side.
Taking you to the future with hometown pride.
Broadband, TV, phone services too.
Bringing the latest technology home to you. Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
And we're back. Now we're going to do rhubarb custard bars, which as far as I'm concerned is maybe the best rhubarb recipe out there. And Dwayne and Tina Gibson, this one is for you. That year when rhubarb was a bumper crop, Dwayne, remember? You had it and you're fiddling around. Anyway, it's a bumper crop again this year, from what I can see. So we're going to do rhubarb custard bar, and it's really quite simple. 2 cups flour, 1/4 cup sugar, and 1 cup cold butter. And I like to use, this is for the crust, I like to use the food processor. And you'll see why. Ta-da.
that's why I have an apron, so I can wipe my hands on it.
Wipe 'em on my shirt, I don't
I
care.
can wipe them on mine.
You know, that's like painting. If you don't get paint on you, nobody believes you. And if you're cooking, if you don't have something on yourself, nobody thinks you did it.
How was that?
Oh, that's pretty neat. Oh my goodness. You've done good.
Okay.
See, we got fun. We get funny once in a while. I shouldn't say funny.
Gotta have fun.
Cooking always
So
is
when
fun.
John comes in the
Cooking is
house,
always fun, yeah.
I should actually just powder myself
gosh,
with
yeah.
flour or
Yeah.
spaghetti sauce and go.
Boy, did I work
"Sorry
hard.
today. I'm really hard opening that jar.
And then you pulse it again. I don't know, for some reason I always use pulse. That way I think it lets it go to the bottom again. Until everything is all nice little chunks. We missed one.
Was that butter?
Yeah. Now we got them.
So are we done with this then?
Yeah.
and I will move it out of your way.
This is done. And then, this is what I like with the processor. You just dump this in. You just shake it around till it's level. And then you gently pat it down. And then we're gonna stick it in the oven at 350 for, what is it, 10 minutes? Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're gonna mix up the filling. And now we need a big bowl. You know how loud that is?
I know how loud.
Why
I
is it?
know.
It's just amazing.
It's louder because we have such high voltage ceilings, everything.
No, no,
goes.
on the video.
Oh, it's loud?
You do, oh yeah, when you do something like that, you'll hear. And then I'm going to need, ta-da, 5 cups rhubarb.
5 cups rhubarb.
Yeah?
Okay. Oopsie. I think we got a lot of rhubarb here.
We're gonna need, was it 5.5 cups for the cookies?
Okay, there's 2. There's 4.
And it's just finely chopped. Well, I don't know if that's finely chopped, but for me, that's what I do. I like that texture of the rhubarb.
There's 5.
There's 5 cups, and then we're going to need 3 eggs.
Got it?
We're gonna beat them in here. I hear the maid's getting upset because I make dishes, so
Don't
many
step
dishes.
on me, I'm picking up a piece of rhubarb so you
I
don't
promise.
slip on it.
I promise.
I'd hate to have you slip on that and fall.
Oh, yeah.
How many? 3 eggs you said?
3 eggs. I think
Okay.
that's what it says, yeah.
The maid quit on me. I'm my own maid again.
Yeah.
Never had one.
I hear you were a mean boss, so what do you expect?
Oh yeah, I'm so mean.
That's why John quit cleaning, like doing dishes.
That's why,
I really didn't mean that, John.
that's why my kids were always in such a hurry to move out, because I was such a mean one. But you know what? They just keep coming back. I think they miss me now.
See? Didn't know how good they had it.
Right.
And we're gonna need 1 cup whipping cream.
Can I use that same thing? Those,
Yes.
those eggs out of there?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. 7 tablespoons flour. And 2 cups of sugar.
There's your
We
cream.
did- we should have done.
2 cups of sugar.
Yep.
One. I just got a new set of these, the Pampered Chef Prep Bowls. I had some, and I told the Ashley Cloud, our consultant here in Harriet, I think they come in a set of 4, and she said, no, actually 6, and I said, I wonder what happened to all my other ones. I know I broke one. It fell out of the cupboard and hit the tile. I said, John, glass tile, they don't go.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So that was a boom.
That's like a Corral Dish is unbreakable. When you drop them just perfect on cement, you got 80 million pieces.
Now you said 7 tablespoons.
7 tablespoons of flour.
Which would be almost a half a cup, right?
Oh, here we go again. He could tell you this. I used that little thing, you know, that's.
8 tablespoons is a half a cup. So
Oh,
we're just
okay.
gonna do shy, I thought it was, but I was checking to make sure. We're gonna do just a scant under half. There you go. 7 tablespoons of flour. It's a lot easier than doing this.
How much time? We still got 6 minutes left.
I know, but we gotta
See,
make
it usually,
sure.
usually that 10 minutes when I have that in the oven is when I cut the rhubarb and do all of this, and by then it goes beep beeping. I just keep going.
See?
Let me move this out
Well,
of
you
the way.
don't have a helper like me at your house.
You got that right.
So, see, that makes the difference.
No, but I sure got eaters.
That's okay, I have them too.
Somebody's got to do that part too.
That's right. If I ate everything I made, I'd really
Oh
be
my
in a lot of
goodness
trouble.
gracious, I got enough trouble the way it is. Anyway, that's what the filling is gonna look like. Now we're gonna take a break while it finishes cooking.
Okay, we'll take a break. All these recipes you've seen on the last episode and this episode, which is the continuation, are on Valley's homepage. Like I've said before, if you don't have access to the internet, call the home office. The girls will gladly get you copies of them. Otherwise, check out valleytel.net, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Choose your special offer with Valley Cellular. You can either choose from BOGO, where you buy one smartphone for $49 and get the second one for free on certain devices, 3 months of free voice service, or a $100 signing bonus. Valley Wireless is nationwide cellular service with local customer service. Call or stop by today to take advantage of this great offer.
Okay, now 10 minutes.
Scare me.
I was just gonna,
Here, one pot holder. Here.
yeah, I was just gonna show it a little bit. That's what it looks like after 10 minutes. And now we're going to gently. That's heavier than my stainless steel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's that old milk glass, you
Gives
know.
me muscles, yeah. Gives me muscles.
Makes me think of Grandma.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think you can even buy stuff like that anymore, can you?
Sometimes if you're lucky, you can find them at rummage sales.
Oh yeah, but I mean at a store.
Oh, I don't think so.
Because I think KitchenAid, I read all they have now is tin. Or whatever.
Oh, stainless steel?
Yeah, stainless steel, tin, whatever, yeah. Anyway, you put that in here, and I like to kind of press it around, make sure it gets into all the corners, even though it will get there eventually. And then we bake it for 45 minutes, right?
Yep, 40 to 45 minutes until
And
custard is
truthfully, I always have to go longer in my oven because the center, when you kind of go like this, you can see the center isn't done. So you just leave it in there for another 3-4 minutes, check it again. And I like to get it so that it doesn't wiggle.
set. Are you bringing it over?
I sure am. Oh, you want to see it?
We will put it,
I can't tilt it too much.
now
Because
just
it'll run over, yeah.
45 minutes. We will use this timer again.
Someday we're gonna do something, I'll bring my timer.
Well,
I've got little guys you can hang around your neck so you don't lose.
I have grandkids that are always saying, like, for Mother's Day or birthday or Christmas, what do you want, Grandma? Just you here with me is present enough, but maybe next time I'll say a kitchen timer.
You can use your phone.
Yeah, that's too much work. While this is baking, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll get our stuff ready for the topping, which will go on next.
Yeah.
And we also have rhubarb filled cookies that we're gonna work on to finish out our rhubarb / pie episode. So we'll take 1 minute break and we'll be right back.
Keep up to date with all the latest news and offers from Valley and get in on some fun contests and giveaways. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook.
Okay, now we're gonna do a rhubarb filled cookie. I'm assuming it's a thumbprint. Anyway, we have to do a filling, which will be 3½ cups of rhubarb, fresh or frozen, 2 cups sugar, 1½ cup sugar, and we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of water, and we're going to simmer that on the stove top for 10 minutes, and then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch to thicken it, and that'll go into the cookie. We're going to bring it up to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer for 10 minutes till it's done, and then add cornstarch to thicken it.
Our rhubarb cream cake that George put together for us is done. We're gonna let it sit here and cool for a little bit while we continue to work on the cookies. So, and then we'll plate that up for you in just a bit here.
And now the rhubarb has cooked enough, so now we're going to thicken it with a little cornstarch.
It's sticking. Do you need my help over there, or can you handle this by yourself?
I can manage.
Okay,
This part I can manage. I'll be over there just a little bit.
all right, I'll dry off your
'Cause
teaspoon
we gotta
for
add
you.
vanilla.
Valley's Mobile Command Center is coming to a town near you. Stop in at Valley's Mobile Command Center to learn more about our services, see and test some of our products, ask questions, or just to visit with us. Make sure to check your newsletter for specific dates and times when we will be rolling into your town.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
Okay, now we're going to do, we've got rhubarb cooked, hopefully thickened, and we're going to do the cookie. Just 1 cup butter. I'm a Crisco man. I'm going to do Crisco. Cup sugar, 1 cup brown sugar, 4 eggs, 4.5 flour, baking soda 1 teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon salt. So it says cream, butter, and sugar. Okay, when you use Crisco instead of butter, you use more or less.
Boy, got me.
I don't know. I know it's one or the other. I think it's you use less because butter has a lot of water.
So you don't want a full cup?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Now we're going to cream it.
gonna beat you with this one.
Now we're going to cream it. Yeah. Oh, that one wouldn't even dent. You got to have something a lot stronger than when you hit cement.
Well, actually, I was reading your recipe and it said
Yeah, I know.
make an indentation with a wooden spoon. It doesn't say George's finger. Cream these, huh?
Here.
Your finger's bigger than that spoon.
Well, I like more rhubarb.
That's a good, got me there.
And then you add the eggs. You cream it and then you add the eggs. 1 at a time. It works. See, now they should have a thing in the mixer. You just push the button and it scrapes it for you.
Yeah,
They should have little wings on the side of those beaters.
that
You know
bounce
that?
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you invent it, and then you can put my name on it. George and Mary invented, and I'll take half the royalties.
GM. George Moore.
George and Mary. Is that good enough?
I think so. Now we're going to do 1 at a time.
Seriously?
Seriously? That's what it says. I think that's what it says. Yeah, beating well after each.
Okay.
I don't understand either, but I have a recipe where you alternate milk and the flour. I tried it one time not doing that. It didn't turn out.
It did turn out.
No! Couldn't figure out why till I remembered. Oh, I didn't read the recipe because I'd done it so many times.
Well, I know with cream puffs, you have to beat your eggs in 1 at a time
Yeah.
until they're well incorporated.
Here's that big word again.
Incorporated? And then what's next?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Did you mix the baking soda and stuff in here?
No, I haven't.
Okay. 1 teaspoon.
Of both of these.
Yeah. You mix yours together with the flour, or you just throw it in?
No, normally I mix it because your baking soda likes to stay in its little
Yeah.
clump if you don't, and then you're gonna have a big pile of baking soda in
Okay.
your cake or whatever.
I knew you were supposed to do that, but I never knew why.
Yeah,
Now
'cause,
we know. If you don't like that, oh, and baking soda is just so bad.
oh, my
Not as
grandma,
bad as baking powder, though.
my grandma Simon has the chocolate buttermilk milk cake, which I've done on the show already, and until I worked at the school, so thank you, State of South Dakota, for teaching me how to cook. I never did that, and there'd be times there'd be these white chunks in there, and it would be like, what the heck? Well, when you're eating chocolate cake with
Yeah.
wonderful fudge frosting, you don't really taste that, but if you were to pull that out and eat it, you would see that it'd be the baking soda, and that would be like, eh.
Now we know.
Okay.
See, that's why we have to, so we learn. Now
Yes.
we did. Gradually add.
So we're gonna do a little at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this here mixer likes to throw flour everywhere.
I know that one show that I watched yesterday where they talked about to get it on the floor. It's like an ice skating rink. And then this girl said, Grandpa it was for Father's Day, and they said, I think we're going to do it just so Grandpa remembers how it used to be.
See, I knew I grabbed that wooden spoon for something.
Oh yeah.
Oh. When I make my decorators frosting, the bowl is big enough where I can actually get 2 batches, 4 pounds of the powdered sugar in. But you have to start out with like 1 bag and half, like 3 pounds, and then gradually add the last pound. And yeah, there's some that flies out, but you know what? It's a lot easier than making 1 batch at a time.
But what do you do then when you're out of powdered sugar and it's too runny?
Run to the
That
store.
never. I was going to say, that never happens
No,
to you.
no, because I measure.
I measure, yeah. Yeah, but sometimes the milk and water are more liquid than other times.
But there's, no, the water is a half a cup, so I never, do you need this out more? Here, we'll do
What
this.
you do? There you go. Now, if you don't understand German,
I don't, so don't say anything bad to me in German.
it's not nasty. Just an old saying we used to have. We had several of those.
There, I think we're incorporated.
Sounds good. It looks good. It looks like batter.
Does it look like your dough?
Yeah.
Good. Because if it wasn't, we'd have to wing it and call it
I don't know
something
how we
else.
do. Yeah. We'd have to ad lib again. We'd have to make up stuff as we go along.
Ad lib, that's his big word for the day.
Yeah. 5 whole letters will be.
Okay, it has a big meaning then.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, now what do we do?
Now we got to put them in a cookie sheet.
Are we using
We're gonna
spoons
take
or
some-
do you want a cookie, like a?
Well, it says tablespoons, but I use my hand all
Oh.
the time. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, do it how you want.
I can measure.
No, if you don't want to, we
Close
don't
it,
have
no, close enough with my hand.
to. I have a cookie scoop.
Oh, really?
George?
I've never tried one. Let's try it.
Oh, we have 6
It's-
minutes yet.
Yeah.
They're in here.
Fancy. Do we got parchment paper yet?
Do you want parchment paper?
Well, we can put some on. It says ungreased, so
Yeah,
I think it says ungreased. Even if it's greased, I use parchment paper. Don't need the extra calories. As you see, I try to stay slim and trim. I'm always on a seafood diet. I see food and I gotta eat it.
There's one. Guess it makes dishes easier for me to do. With parchment paper versus
Is this 2 tablespoons?
2. I don't know. Maybe it'd be 1. Or is it supposed to be a 2 tablespoons?
Yeah.
You want a bigger one?
No, this'll work. I think that's a big cookie. I'm sorry, I do.
I don't know how big that scoop is. I just thought it was
I'm not
cute.
gonna measure it out. It's just pretty. It actually works pretty good. I like that. It's like little scoops of ice cream. That would be like cookie dough ice cream.
That piece of paper got a little long. Let's cut it off. That makes sense.
Yeah, it
Oh,
won't
see.
taste good if the paper's too long.
Well, it wants to bunch up then.
Actually, how much of this do I have to?
Well, how far do those cookies spread?
It says 2 inches.
You know, we're just like Rachel Ray. The only thing is his helper today isn't behind the scenes. You're stuck with me here helping him, and so you can all see us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're as bubbly as Rachel Ray.
Oh, I think I'm bubblier. Just kidding, Rachel. No, that's good. Don't get
Don't,
after
don't
me.
get, yeah, don't get after me, that's right. Now we're gonna use the end of a spoon to make a hole in here.
George is gonna use his finger, cause his finger's a little bit bigger than my wooden spoon handle, and he said he likes rhubarb, so he's gonna use it that way.
Well, you're gonna find out with all that cups of rhubarb, this little half a teaspoon, you know how half a teaspoon out of 3.5 cups plus sugar and water, how many cookies will it fill you? A lot.
If we have a lot left over, maybe I'll make another batch of the dough after you guys leave today, and I'll make rhubarb-filled cookies and
Could
take
make-
them to the nursing home.
Could make dumplings. Strudel and rhubarb sauce are really good. That's what we had when we were little. Because I didn't like the gravy. I didn't like the onion strudels either.
Oh.
Ooh, what? You did?
Oh, no, I mean, when I was little, I didn't care for onion, but now I found that when you...
Well, you have to.
You gotta have onion, yep.
Yeah. Make it nice and pretty. Could move that so people can see.
Do you want
what
me
I-
to start over on the next tray?
You sure can. I want one of these. Hey, I got one like that at home too. Now it says I have a teaspoon. Can I sneak in here? I'd like to have. Yeah, you'll be able to easily make another batch.
You can make rhubarb sauce out of that too, can't you, like for
Oh,
ice cream?
yes, you sure can.
Just the way it is should probably be okay, it's got
You know,
the
why
sugar.
couldn't we put it over the cake? We could put Cool Whip on and then top it with this yet, so we could really have rhubarb cake.
Whatever your little heart desires is okay with me.
Yeah.
Doesn't work to put your holes in your cookies when you have fingernails. And I'm not cutting my fingernails just because of the cookies.
Oh, you hit that thing, okay.
I did what?
That was gonna give you the, that works. I need the dough.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't get ahead of you and use all that dough up, because we're gonna have to cover these, aren't we?
Yeah. So then you take just a little bit of dough and you put that on top. Now, some people might make it fancy. I don't know how. How would you make this fancy?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
That's how it looks on the picture.
I know. Yeah.
Unless you would take your dough and roll it out some and use a tiny cookie cutter.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't.
Let's try it on the next one.
Me and my big mouth. Ta-da! It's like an assembly line. It's faster than when I do it at home. Except I drop my spoon in there. That's okay. She's doing dishes. I think that's what they call, isn't that, I mean, you have to use your thumb, don't you? That's why they call them thumbprints? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so. Otherwise, they call them spoon prints. Just so cute. Don't even want to eat them. Remind me of Lucky Charms.
They're magically delicious.
Delicious. Uh-oh.
Something's done.
Yeah, well, we'll check
We'll
it.
get to it here in just, oops, that
Like
one
I
got
say.
smashed.
I have a feeling,
It's the bottom oven.
yeah. At my house, it's never done the first time. Needs about 3 minutes. Okay, which timer? This one. Right?
Yep, down, up above the 3.
Above the 3, kitchen timer, okay?
Push it hard. Oh, you gotta hit stop first, George. Okay, now hit timer.
Timer. 300.
Yep.
And start.
I need 2 more.
2 more. Can we put 2 trays in your oven?
We can do 3. Ooh.
Ooh, I'm impressed. I always use my
There you go.
jelly roll pan. Then I get more rows on and then I really stuff it together.
Okay, should we do some more?
Sure.
How many more can we do? Do you think we can get another dozen out of that?
I think so.
They don't have to be real big.
No.
I'll put them over and you could.
Yeah, I'll take care of the rest. That looks like good maple nut ice cream.
Got what, 8? Let's do 9. And then we'll save the dough that's
Yep.
left for the topping. And we're not gonna make this second batch with flowers, or should we?
No.
Cool, because I don't, one's enough.
Yeah, one's enough, just
We'll
to
let you
try.
guys- We'll let you guys see what,
Yeah. Which ones taste better?
yeah.
Yeah.
George's, Mary's. Teasing you.
No.
You know what, I bet we could get one more cookie.
Oh, yeah. Somewhere we didn't measure good, it's supposed to do 4.5 dozen.
I think we're kind of big on the cookies, to be
I do
honest.
too.
Because they're gonna spread a bit.
Yeah. 2 tablespoons. I suppose that meant that they should have been squished down and leveled out, huh?
I don't know. And then we need 10.
Boy, you could make another 2 batches of cookies.
One more.
All right. Just like brill cream, a little dab will do ya.
Brill cream.
Don't live in that.
I do.
The girls will love to run their fingers through your hair. Boy, I'm going back here.
I never use brill cream.
I don't either.
Lisa probably doesn't even know
You
what it
gotta,
is.
you gotta have hair to use brill cream.
She's shaking her head. No, she has no idea. Back in
She
the
don't even know what Burma shave sides are, does she?
back in the older days, 50s, 60s, they used brill cream in their hair to slick it back,
Yeah.
and then it would have that nice, shiny, greasy look. From
And
brill cream, it went to like a mousse to a gel to now I don't know what kids use these days.
And it was
Okay.
Burma shave signs. You don't remember those? When you go to Aberdeen about the last 3 miles, they'd have a sign every once in a while. You'd have to read the jingle. And we're going to put them in the 350. The recipe says 375, but when I tried it, I didn't like it. So I went, instead of 8 minutes, I went 350 for 10 minutes. And you might have to sneak and go 11. And then we'll let 'em
Don't
bake.
want to miss out on your favorite shows while you're gone? Get DVR service from Valley and never miss another show again. You can also watch your favorite shows on over 70 channels in our lineup in crystal clear high definition. Sign up for HD or DVR from Valley this month and receive 2 months free and free installation. Call us today at 437-2615. You don't want to miss out on this offer.
Okay, we're gonna do the topping now. 2 3-ounce packets of cream cheese, which I guess is an 8 ounce minus 2. That's what I have to do, because where I come from, we don't sell 3 ounce, right?
Sometimes you can find 3-ounce
Not
blocks
my,
of cream.
yeah, but not in my little, no. Okay.
Probably not in
Anyway, it says for 1/2 cup sugar. I use powdered sugar because I cannot stand the granules in the texture. So I use powdered sugar.
Okay, you'll have to grab the measuring spoon out of that drawer.
You think?
Okay, don't grab one, you just guess. I'm giving you a pinch.
Do we do
to
that,
grow an
Ralph? I
inch.
don't even know now. Not that it makes any
A
difference.
half a teaspoon.
Yeah. That's only a quarter. There. And if you get too much, it doesn't hurt.
Well, stand back. I don't want powdered sugar all over my black.
Oh, come on
my
now.
black.
You make it act like this is the first time I've ever done this.
I don't like that hand mixer.
I do, I have the same one at home.
To me, it almost seems like it takes off so fast.
It does. It's got a speed, it slows down when it gets warm. And then you mix the whatever out of it, you cream it really well. Ta-doo.
Well, George, I'm down to my Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
You can tell when George has been at Mary's house because we're pulling out the Christmas.
And then it
stuff.
also calls for a cup of whipping cream, whipped. I'm a cool whip man, I'm sorry. And how much? Well, I like to do almost 3/4 of it to start with. And then you just incorporate it, what do they call this now? Fold it. Yeah, make it pretty, fold it.
Can I do something without you thinking I'm getting fresh?
Yeah,
Okay, hold still. You have something on your cheek.
I noticed
And I
that
don't want your wife for you to go home and marry Joe to wonder
now
what.
she waits that it's all done, that I made a fool of myself for the past hour, now it's okay. Now everybody
Well,
knows. Now they're all gonna rewind and look back.
It was just flour.
Oh,
I think
okay.
when I did the flour deal, I might have touched you with it or something, so.
Boy, if you can't have fun when you're cooking, when can you have fun?
Right.
And you just fold it till it's nice and smooth.
And guys, we're gonna tell you, we put that in the freezer to chill it down so we can finish the product for you guys before we're done taping for the day. So when we cut this, if it looks a little watery or it looks like it's melting, it's because it's still probably warm. You'll wanna let it cool completely
Yeah.
before putting this last layer on, just for your information.
And it's the best when it's fresh because you put it in the oven overnight, that butter crust gets a little hard.
The fridge overnight?
Well, you gotta put it in the fridge.
You sit in the oven.
In the oven, okay, put it in the oven overnight, it won't be hard.
It'll be fried.
That's okay. She told me to set the timer. If not, I'd have set it for 10 hours instead of 10 minutes.
Yeah, these new stoves, you know, normally you go 1000, so you've got your 10 minutes.
That's one of those days
But
today.
we're here, it's
See,
10 hours, so.
It's too warm to spread
See,
too.
we'll just cut a piece out, and like we
Yeah.
said, you know, we're kind of rushing here to get the recordings done for the day, so.
Anyway, when it's nice and cool, it spreads a little better. You know how that goes once in a while. Things don't always go right.
And if you follow the recipe versus what George just did, it calls for 6 ounces of cream cheese, a half a cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of whipping cream. And you know, the Cool Whip might not have expanded as far as a cup of whipping cream would.
Yeah.
You know, I don't use whipping cream that often because, you know, it's more work. I'm like George, I like the Cool Whip.
Yeah. And we can always add more Cool Whip over the top, make it look better.
You want to? We can finish this
Yeah,
up.
we can finish that off. Then nobody will know the difference.
The only thing is one will get some cream cheese and the other will say, well, mine doesn't taste like cream cheese.
Yeah, they can't tell it anyway. And I should have thought of that really and just added all the Cool Whip right away. That it's not warm. See?
It's okay.
Oh,
They'll
such
get
a-
the idea.
Yeah. It gets mixed up in your stomach anyway, doesn't it?
And shall we cut a piece?
Sure, go ahead.
And we'll plate this so everybody can see it. And I did have, there it is. Of course, the first one is always the worst one to get out of the pan. And it's warm on top of it, so just remember, we're trying our best. Ooh, it'll work.
It'll work.
My husband's gonna come home for supper tonight. Pulled his plate out, he's gonna say, where's the food? Okay, here's what we got. George, you wanna explain to him what we've got here?
We got a no roll rhubarb cake with strawberries in, rhubarb custard bars, rhubarb thumbprint cookie. Oh no, this is the creamy cake, and that's the rhubarb custard bars.
Yep.
And this you can actually serve warm with ice cream, Cool Whip on top, whatever. Put it in the fridge, it'll be good. This is a little runny. The rhubarb this year I think has, like a lot of things, maybe a little too much water in. I don't know. It didn't turn out the way it usually does, but that's cooking. It still tastes the same. It tastes good. And we're not professionals, so we don't get deducted points if it doesn't turn out.
Nope.
Just perfect.
So there you have 4 more rhubarb recipes. Maybe you have them, maybe you don't. Again, if you'd like to get the recipes for anything we've done in the last 2 episodes, the one that was continued, call the office. Any of the girls will be happy to get them to you. You can even let me know by email if you want. My home phone, I've had women call already and say that they missed part of the show and what was this ingredient or how much of it, you know, so it doesn't bother me if you people want to call. If I don't answer, leave a message, I'll call you back. Thanks for joining George and I again for this episode of Country Cooking, and we will see you next time. Have a good summer.